Hello, hello. We are here with another scouting video, and this time we're looking at Joel Ordóñez. He's the Ecuadorian centre back who plays for Club Brugge, and at the moment he's being heavily linked with Aston Villa, which that they've just lost Ezri Konsa. They need a new centre back. And I think they're deciding that out of him and Taylor Harwood-bellis. I'm a big fan of Taylor Harwood-bellis, but I have seen bits and pieces of Ordonez as well, and I'm a big fan of him. I think either of them actually sounds like great signings for Aston Villa, but I want to get into the nitty-gritty here and see just how good Ordonez is, right? You seen much of him? Did you watch him at the World Cup?
No, actually, I was actually last season Champions League. I watched Club Brugge's first 3 games, and I was watching. So I saw Christos Solis, Van Sanaken, that guy. I can't remember his name, striker. The Italian, the guy, Tresoldi. They had a few players in the team that were quite impressive. I'll be honest.
Yeah, so it's yeah. Now that you say it, they have quite a decent team that they put together. So.
I enjoyed watching Club Brugge a lot. Like even Carlos Forbes he was playing quite well as well. So yeah.
Okay. Let's get into this. Yeah. All right. So 6'2" centre back. Yeah, that's.
And he comes from that team, Independent del Valle.
Yeah, everyone, man. Yeah, it's actually
that's a top team in Ecuador. According to my Ecuadorian boy. Yeah. That's the team where they got. If you want to find top talent in Ecuador, you go there.
That's Caicedo's team, right? That's Kendry Paez.
Yeah.
There's been a few others I'm forgetting. I want to say Vita, who was starting at the World Cup as well, the centre mid.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, man.
Okay. So there's got a good pass.
Yeah, good long pass there. I mean, let me, with the long passing, that's good. I need, when I'm watching these, I need to see a few examples of unless it's like a really special pass. Like I see the consistency here in this video, but yeah, good start. Okay.
Collection.
Good.
I love that.
I love that there because he wasn't rushing until the last moment when he realized, okay, he can get it. And it was a clean tackle. That was very clean. I can see the intelligence. Always looking for signs of that. Good. Positioning looks good. He's not having to do things at the last minute in any of these clips so far. Nice pass, one touch.
1v1, comfortable.
Nice. You see, and that is something that the big clubs really find valuable, right? Defending in wide areas as a centre back nowadays.
Yep. Reading in that area.
Yeah.
Confident the ball.
Oh, that's very good. That playing out pressure there.
And then the long ball to find this guy as well.
Yeah, nice. Accurate. That's very good. See, he could play. Already, it looks like someone who could play, in the back 2, but also as the wide centre back in the back 3 very comfortably. So that's also very valuable. I'm liking it. The temperament is clearly there. Calm with his decision making. Not too many rash clearances.
And he's still very young as well.
Yes, exactly. 22, I believe.
Yeah.
I'll be real again.
I like this. I like the physicality. Like the way he just deals with guys. Like just move, get out of the way.
Easy.
Yeah.
It's not too much difficulty for him. Good. Yes.
Weak foot clearances. Okay.
Nice. That's good. Into feet. Very good.
Like he can play the South American style, the very rough,
the
rough aggressive style, or he can play the European style. Like to him, doesn't matter.
Yeah. The physicality in the Premier League is going to be no problem for him. No problem at all. I like this. If we're comparing to Ezri Konsa, who's been a great servant for Aston Villa and done a great job over the years for them, he's got more natural talent. I can already see that.
Yeah.
He's a better passer, and he's better 1v1. So
To me, he just looks more dominant than Konsa.
yeah,
Like
exactly.
he's got that that Davinson Sanchez kind of dominance. That's that sort of thing where he's got that, but he's got the better technical ability.
Exactly. Yeah. That's really good. These are really dangerous balls. These are starting attacks.
Yeah. I think he'd be a very good partner for Pau Torres.
Yeah, absolutely.
But at the same time, so will Harwood-bellis.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, we might need to do a video of him as well, because he's someone who, because he's been at Southampton for the last few years, it's been tough. It's he's been playing 5 at the back in the worst team in the league, or 5 at the back in the Championship. Very hard for a centre back to really stand out in that team. But for England under 21s,
but we know he's a good player, because I think they're looking. £25 million is not enough for them for Harwood-bellis.
Yeah, exactly. That shows it. To be fair, when it's not the first year they're in the Championship, they've been here for a year or two. So
I think Aston Villa.
Ivor would be great.
Yeah, I think I was listening to Talksport the other day, Gabi Agbonlahor, and he's hearing the names, and he wasn't confident. Like, he was quite upset that Aston Villa was selling Ezri Konsa. But in my opinion, the money that they're getting from Konsa, first of all, was very good. And I understand he's experienced in the Prem and the Champions League. He's played a lot of Champions League football as well. But I think in terms of just general, I don't use the word pedigree, but do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, in terms of the ability, I think the ability, Konsa worked his way to get to the top level, whereas Ordóñez, I think I think based on this, you can see he belongs there. Like, I think he can handle it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you see, he can definitely handle it. The temperament, what I really like is when it needs to be a block, it's not a frantic block that's out of position. He knows when to block. It's calm. Everything's calm. Everything is taken in its stride in his game. Yeah, which is great. When you have the physicality and you have that temperament, that's really good. I think Pacho, of course, also. Oh, that's right. I mean, look at that feet for a centre back.
Sliding challenge, everything.
I mean, if they could get him and Harwood-bellis, that's one of the best centre back partnerships in the Premier League. I know they're young as well, and it would grow into one of the best in Europe, without a doubt. I think. I think that's. Oof. Oh man,
comfy, man.
Yeah, very comfy. I think from what I've seen, and I've made my ranking system of all the different young players in the world, right? Yeah. If we're talking about players that could be available for £40 million or less, I do think Harwood-bellis and Ordonez are probably the best 2 centre backs right now. Watching this now really crystallizes all of that, because I'd already seen the signs, but this is a very well-rounded game and skill set he has. I think these are guys that are leaders. And leaders, I don't know if he's a leader who's speaking, I can't tell that from this video, but leader in terms of temperament. Yeah. Man, these passes are great. He's into their feet. It could be a floated one. It could be a drilled pass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. No, he's done well. Again, it's a video, so obviously there might be some weaknesses that we haven't seen. But I think in terms of being a centre back, a young centre back who potentially coming to the Premier League, I think we've seen more than enough.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's only 22 years old as well, by the way. So honestly, I think anything under 40 million, if that's going to be something that looks like a great signing in the long term. And I think Aston Villa fans, they've had a lot of change this summer. But I like quite a few of their signings. Manzambi, that's someone who we saw at the World Cup. I'm a big, big fan of him. I think that's going to be one of the signings of the season. Wan-Bissaka. That again, I see some Aston Villa fans not convinced about him. Trust me.
Who are you comparing him with? Matty Cash?
Exactly. He's better than Matty Cash. And I get it. Matty Cash is one of those. I think the thinking is, all right, we finished third. And Matty Cash had one of his better seasons for Aston Villa last season. You know, of course he's better than the right back from the team that got relegated, and the fans aren't even happy with him and stuff. But Wan-Bissaka the year before was West Ham's Player of the Year, and we as Man United fans have watched him closely over the years. 1v1, he's the best in the world defensively. The best. You cannot get past him. You know, so it's. D-Sign is Garnacho. Garnacho is the sneaky one. I know a lot of fans are not happy with that one. I know because the narratives are he was a flop at Chelsea. I think if you get the right striker, someone with back to goal play for him to play off, that's another good signing. You know, it could be this Madjo kid who looks impressive as well. Could be a Nicholas Jackson. So I think wait till the end of the window and we could see a better Aston Villa team than what we had last season. I know that sounds like a big shout, but I really think we could see that. And younger.
Then, of course. And also I want to say, based on the first game, you had, it was, I know it didn't look good, but what I would say about it is, I think with Villa, but firstly, Lindelof, Paul Torres. I've never been a fan of Victor Lindelof at any point. I never thought he was a good player. In fact, I always thought he was the weakest link at United. Paul Torres also has quite a few deficiencies. I think that the 4-0 against Brighton was a bit of a shock to a lot of the fans. But I don't think this is going to be happening consistently during the season. I do think that once the chemistry comes along and the signings have been made, I believe that it would be Aston Villa will be in a good place.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree, definitely. All right. Well, like, subscribe, tell us your thoughts in the comments. Yes, as Jermaine said, if you see any weaknesses that you want to point out, let us know. You know, we want to open the conversation.
Shout out Brazil Scott for the video as always.
Yes, always. Reliable guy. He had this video there 7 months ago. I think this one was there. Every time we check for someone who's a new talent, it's been on YouTube for a year already. You know, he's the guy, man. So yes, shout out Brazil Scout.